All right, good afternoon. Thanks for coming. Before we talk about football, I would be remiss if I didn't mention sometimes we get into the football season and we get all caught up in what's going on. And while we're playing Saturday out in our state, and we have a small state, there's people fighting to save their property. And just want you to know that we're thinking about those people, farmers, ranchers, a lot of people that lives were shattered by the fires. And you know, I'm going to be honest, didn't really know what was going on till Sunday night. So we're thinking about them. Now let's get to football. And I'm just going to say this. I got to do a better job to get our team ready to go on the road and play highly ranked teams in the country. You know, we didn't get off to the start we'd like, and, you know, that's part of preparation. So, you know, I'm going to take a look at how we're preparing, and I let you guys know after the game. I love our team. I really do. I think our guys work hard. They're connected, and I got to work hard and try to find a way to get us prepared as best we can for our next game and for the games after that. You know, we're midway point of our season. I think the open week comes at a really good time for us. It's a chance for us to develop some depth. It's a chance for us to heal and evaluate where we're at on offense, defense, and special teams. And, you know, the message to the team yesterday, we tried to get into a routine and stay really committed to that routine. And we had our corrections practice, but now our focus needs to be on two things: us and preparing for Northern Iowa, because our next game is a team that really took it to us a year ago. And we got to be ready for that and really get prepared and take advantage of the extra time to get ready for UNI.
Coach, you faced two opponents in that home stretch, I think, that were coming off of byes. You know, did you notice kind of different wrinkles to them as what you prepared for versus what you saw?
Yeah, a little bit. You know, when you have extra time, you can probably put a few things in and study your opponent really a bit more. But the big thing is they probably get guys back. You know, it's personnel, because you get guys back that if they had to play another week, a little banged up, how are they feeling that next week? So I believe you see some different things, but nothing major. You know, teams are who they are, and we're always going to see new wrinkles. But when you have that open week, there's probably a time to put a few more things in. But I think the big thing is health-wise. You can get some people back, so the personnel changes.
What do you think is the biggest key to kind of ironing out some of the issues in the passing game that didn't quite get to take off there in the North Dakota State game?
Yeah, I think, you know, we're getting better, and Simon's getting better. He's improving, you know, and I'll tell you, you know, that last 2 minutes of the game was important for our football team, you know, to get the fourth down stop, to get our offense out there and be able to run a 2-minute drill. That's the first time we got an opportunity to do that this year, and we're going to use those situations to get our team better. You know, we got to be concerned about how do we get our team better at all times, and I felt that was an opportunity to do it. And if other people feel that was wrong to do that or take advantage of that time, that's fine, because we're going to do what we feel is best for our team. So we think that helped us and helped Simon. It helped our team to get into that routine in that situation, you know, to throw the ball play after play.
Were you limited at all in what you could use Isaiah Smith in that game? I know maybe you kind of mentioned that after the game a little bit. How did that dynamic play out?
Yeah, he got banged up early in that game, and that affects you offensively. You know, we didn't have Donovan Hunt available, and now we're down to 3 backs. But you know, we're going to get some health reports here later in the day, and you know, we have a week here to get guys ready again, but we were limited. He went a little bit late, but he sure wasn't 100%.
How different can you be when you can balance all three of your top 3 backs versus maybe when health dictates some of that?
I think it helps us. We talked about it before, and he's, you know, to have 3 healthy guys that are explosive and really top guys. We just think we have really good depth at running back, and they really can make big plays. I thought Gavin had a really good day on Saturday, and we know what Zay did the week before and throughout his career here. He's a big play guy, and his first carry was really good. He got out in the open and made a play for us, and then we have Sawyer. So when those three are healthy, we think we have a really good trio that we can get the ball to, and Donovan's made good progress for us. So, the running back depth, and you're going to need running backs get banged up. Carrying the ball in college football when there's 11 guys cruising toward you and tackle you, and it's going to be physical, and you're going to get banged up. So we need good depth in that room.
And kind of building off that, you had mentioned earlier that the bye week gives you an opportunity to work on your depth. How do you do that?
Well, I think some of these first-year guys are going to get some reps this week because we got to get some guys ready to help us. We've used some special teams. We haven't really used them in positions yet, but we're going to need to because you got to take advantage of that 4-game rule, and that's important to get those guys ready. So that's how you do that. I think you give them the reps and cut back on some of the more experienced guys' reps, but some of our younger guys still need reps and still need to improve, on both sides of the ball. But we can get some first-year guys in there and get them some reps this week.
You mentioned evaluating your group at this point. Looking at offense specifically, just with the change of offensive coordinator and a change at a pretty key position of quarterback right before the season started, how would you assess offensively how this team is looking?
Yeah, I'm happy with our progress. I think we've, played physical, hard-nosed football. We've run the ball effectively. Saturday was disappointing. We didn't run it very well early, and then we got going and had a really good drive where I thought we were really physical and, got into the end zone and got another drive that we kicked a field goal before half, and then, we had to get out of our game there in the second half when the point spread gets that way. You get out of the game plan a bit, but we're pleased with our progress. I think we're getting better, and this game should help us if we use it the right way. This is really a great opportunity for growth because we can evaluate how we were doing against a top team in the country at their place, so when things are hard, you really get a good look and can evaluate how you're doing and what you need to do to get better.
Do you think there was some difficulty for your guys getting back on the road after so many games at home?
I really don't think so. It's a 70-mile bus trip. We got to, give credit. Our opponent's a good opponent that you're going down to play, and it's a tough place to play. And was proud of our guys. I think we had one 5-yard penalty in that game, in that environment, which is pretty good discipline, and that's really helped our team that we haven't had a whole lot of 5-yard penalties this year, so you can stay on schedule. We try to really limit our negative plays on offense. We did a pretty good job of that. We just didn't have enough explosive plays offensively to really get momentum going, and obviously got down 14-0 that, but got it to 14-7 and 21-10. I thought the field goal was important, and then the big key, we wanted to come out the second half and drive and get a score, and we turned it over, and that happens sometimes.
You mentioned the field goal being important for him to make it from that distance in that kind of environment. Just kind of what kind of a weapon does that bring to your team?
Yeah, I think, we have confidence in CJ. He's hit some big ones in his early career, and that was another big one he hit at that time in the game. Was important that we score, and it's from out there at 45, and he hit it well. We feel like he has pretty good range that we could try it from that distance for sure, and even a little bit longer field goals. So anytime you give guys opportunities and they perform well, it's going to build their confidence and build our trust.
Just kind of want to get your thoughts on the timing of the bye week. It seems pretty ideal early in conference play, sandwiched between two traditionally pretty strong opponents. Just kind of your thoughts on the timing of it.
Yeah, it couldn't be more perfect in my mind, the way things have worked out. It gives us some time to heal here. And our 4 games before the North Dakota State game, they were really physical games. A lot of plays, the week before, we played a lot of plays because of the way the game went. So you got to recover from playing a lot of plays and then play a really physical game against North Dakota State. So, It's right in the middle. I don't know if you could plan it any better. Now, if you were really, really healthy, you'd say a little bit differently, but we got guys banged up right now, so it gives us a little extra time.
Coach, going into the bye week now, what's the message to the team as you guys get ready for Northern Iowa, but you also, have a time to rest up?
Yeah, two things. It's really three. But the first two things are we should be concerned about us, and we should be concerned about preparing for Northern Iowa. And really, as I told the guys in the locker room after the game, this is an opportunity for real growth in our football team. And we put in a lot of time with our leadership council. We put a lot of time in with our captains. We've spent a lot of time with our team connecting. And when you're getting favorable results on the scoreboard, those connections are easier to build upon. When you get an unfavorable result, which you prepare hard and want things to go well and it doesn't go how you would like it, now it's really important. Are we really connected? Are we really going to fight for each other? Is this going to bring us closer? That's the growth we're looking for. So we have an opportunity for that right now.
All right. And then final question I have is, it was Rumpfo's first conference game, outside of the Allaire Center. What was it like to be able to see, the growth in him and play, even though it wasn't the result you guys wanted, but seeing him go out there in a hostile environment?
Yeah, I thought he handled it well. I'm just really proud of him, and I say it week after week. He's tough. He prepares hard. Our team really respects how he goes about his business, and they'll play their butt off for him. I really believe that, and I love the kid. I really do.